Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Training Beau. Today we're going to be introducing the tarp. So I like to introduce the tarp before the saddle, as I think the tarp is a bit scarier than a saddle. It's bigger, it makes more noise. So that way when you do introduce the saddle, it's not such a big deal because they've already met a tarp. So let's get into it. So when I introduce the tarp, I make it small to start. I don't have it open, so you gradually introduce it. Because if you introduce it when it's a big, scary thing at the start, you're going to scare your horse. So I'd rather start small and work my way up and just build their confidence up slowly. It's not a race, so let him have a smell. He wanted to smell, which is nice. And I'm going to put it over here, wave it in the air. Other side, wave it in the air. And I'm only doing it once either side. I'm not daring him to move. I'd like him to stand still. And then I'm just going to touch him on the neck. Nice. Change sides. Let him smell. Alright, and he handled that really well. So I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger and do the exact same thing again. This is also a good exercise if you want to rug your horse. You could literally just do this with a rug instead of a tarp, and it's the same thing. And you can see he's pretty chilled now. So I'm going to go ahead and make it a bit bigger. And now it's got some flap to it, makes a bit of noise. You can see he's got a little spook there, that's alright. I'm going to do now is just put it over his back and see how he handles that. And then pull it off. And I don't want to leave it there for too long because I don't want him to get too scared. So I just would rather put it on for a few seconds, take it off so he doesn't have too much time to overthink it and then react. As it's a little bit of trick training, you do smaller things and then you get a lot further. And then give him a break. And if he wants to come in and smell it, that's cool. Alright, so we're going back into it. I'm going to start putting this over his shoulder and leaving it there, changing side, taking it off, and see how he handles that, because he's handling this really well. Still like a little bit concerned, which is perfectly normal. So change sides, take it off. And you can see ears head up, ears back, listening to the tarp. So he's a bit like, ooh, what's happening? Wants to have a smell. Good boy. There you can see a bit of concern in his face. Take it off. Then he realizes, I'm still alive. Scary tarp didn't eat me. Good boy. Good boy. Flop her on. Change sides. Take her off. Good boy. Good boy. And now, because he's doing alright, he's still a little bit concerned, which is pretty normal for a horse and a tarp. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. So wave it around. Good boy. And that was really good. See, lick and chew. This is a big deal for Beau, and because he's got such a nice quiet nature, we've just got to remember to give him a few breaks in between so he can have a release if he needs to. Hey darling. And I just let him finish his little lick and chew. He can have a moment, head shake, do whatever he wants for a second. Beau has a slow release, so he'll lick and chew a little bit, then he'll stop and think about it. And you can see he's still going. And that's just Beau going, oh, that was kind of hard for him. There you go. Nice. Oh, big ones. Big scratches. So you can see that was a big deal for Beau. Quit the session there, and then what I'll do is I'll come back a few times today and do the exact same thing, starting small then getting big again, and then eventually I'll open the whole tarp up over him, but we'll do that later today so he can have a break now. We're back from our break. I'm gonna start making this a bit bigger and touching Beau over his back end a bit more and the rest of his body, just to work him up to having this all over his body. Always check in with him, see if he wants to have a smell. So now we're going to get in there and we're going to open it up right over his back. Hopefully he's alright. And then take it off, same as before. Nice. And he's handling it really well, because we've prepped him up. So if you do the baby steps, you go the big steps. Nice. So the next step is putting it over Beau's body and then moving him off with it. So we'll just do a little bit, see how we go, and then we're just going to move off. Just watch out. You can't see, but he did a lick and a chew. And then I'm just going to take it off, let him have a breather, lick and chew, wants to have a smell. Good boy. And give him a second, because that was a huge deal for Beau. Never had the tarp on him before, so today's the first time, and he's done amazing. But Beau always does amazing, he's such a good little horse. So we'll do it again. Cool. Good boy. Nice. And then I'm just going to finish the session there, because that was amazing. Beau did really well for the first time with the tarp, and I'm super stoked. So I hope you enjoyed that, got a little helping tip out of it, and yeah, I'll see you at the next one. Bye.